Well, an increase in heart rate, nausea, even full-out panic attacks are just some of the symptoms people have with a phobia of flying.
Fear in the air, more common than you might think, and it's leading hundreds of people to the entertainment capital of the world. San Diego 6's Carlos Correa explains a program based in Hollywood that's helping change lives.
Yeah, many people have watched videos and even tried hypnosis to overcome their fear of flying, but have had no luck. So they're turning to a 2-day course in a place used by a lot of Hollywood heavyweights.
San Diego's only classic rock 101 KGB.
Longtime radio personality Clint August says the most rewarding part about being on air is getting to play his favorite music and giving away daily prizes.
Your caller 8, try again quickly.
But says the best part of the job is sharing his life with his listeners, no matter how embarrassing it can be.
It's something I really want to get past. It is a fear of flying. Every time I fly, I age about 10 years.
The fear, he believes, came in 1978 when a Pacific Southwest airliner collided with a private Cessna. Back then, it was the deadliest aircraft disaster in California history, killing 144 people. The crash happened in Clint's North Park neighborhood.
I remember walking through the burned out neighborhood days after they had cleared the crash site as a kid, and I'll never forget what it looked like.
Dr. Chris Cessna specializes in anxiety, trauma, and PTSD. He says fear is typically connected to some sort of maladaptive memory network, such as sights, smells, and feelings, not properly processed in our brain. Those raw images suddenly hijack our logic and reason, making us afraid of pretty much anything from cheese to beards to clowns.
You don't have to actually be in danger to feel like you're in danger.
Fear in the air can cost a person more than you think. Aside from the money spent on other forms of transportation, there's also an emotional cost to consider, from missing out on family functions to professional experiences. Fear of flying is one of the most common phobias. 1 in 6 Americans avoid flying altogether because of fear and anxiety. But experts say it's a very treatable problem.
Hey, I'm Clint.
Air Hollywood is the largest aviation film school in the country. Movies, TV shows, and music videos are shot here. It's also a place where people like Clint come to get help with their phobia of flying.
Every day I would wake up, I'm going, I'm not going, I'm happy, I'm not happy, I'm packing, I unpack. We ended up not going.
Experts say talking through our fears and emotions can be helpful. After all, the chance of dying in an airplane crash is 1 in 23 million. They say in order to experience those odds, a person would have to fly once a day, every day, for 55,000 years.
People are convinced that it's totally 100% the airplane's fault that they're afraid. And it has nothing to do with that. It's an anxiety disorder.
Participants talk about all aspects of the brain and the mechanics of flying. They also learn about the tools that help overcome anxiety, like talking with the pilot before takeoff, and something as simple as using a straw.
I use a straw because the diameter of the straw is sufficiently restrictive that it limits the amount of air that I can take in and exhale, and it makes it virtually impossible to hyperventilate.
The program has a 99.9% success rate. The biggest goal here isn't just getting people on the next flight, but making sure they don't relapse.
Thank you for listening to the 101 KGB. Here's some Rolling Stones for you.
For Clint, it's just one step closer to reaching his goal.
My wife and I were talking about doing Vegas, and that's a pretty rough, turbulent area to land in. Hey, let's take the bull by the horns. I think we're going to book a flight there. I'm hoping within the next couple months.
And another way to control your anxiety, experts say, is the use of music, and not just the playlist you're used to, but unfamiliar music and sounds that may help your brain focus on other things besides the flight. I'm Carlos Correa, San Diego 6 News.